All right, just a quick video about how to stay track on the holidays, or at least how I do that. I know with the holiday season, specifically with my family, but a lot of families out there, it's an abundance of food. And that's, I mean, with every meeting and every holiday meeting, I mean, there's just a lot of food. And with my family, that's just the way that my family was brought up, which is can be very difficult at times to stay on track with your goals when they have fresh baked desserts and fresh made sauces for their dinners, and they have, everything basically that you shouldn't have. But how do I stay on track, and how do I still enjoy? Because, like some people are like, well, I just avoid it altogether. I just don't go over there. It's like, but at the same time, I don't want to ignore my family, and I still want to go there. The time that I spend with my family is the most important to me. It's not the food that I ingest. It's not the food that I eat. It's the company. I mean, that's the most important thing. It's so easy to get off track. But with food specifically, for what I do, if I know there's going to be a big get-together, if I know that there's going to be like a lot of food there, not really sure what kind of food they're going to have, I'll keep my carbs before I go. Let's say I'm going to go eat there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that means for breakfast and my first few meals of the day, I'm going to keep my carbs pretty low, keep my protein high, because it's harder to knock out protein basically when I go to these types of functions, is because it's hard to find like protein-based snacks or foods. So I basically will fill a shaker cup full of protein, and I'll shake it up right before I go over, and I'll drink that, or I'll sip on it before my way over. And the reason why I do that is just to kind of help calm my cravings, so that way I have some protein in my system, I have some amino acids, and I already have some nutrition in my body. So I'm not getting there on an empty stomach and then being like, all right, well, on an empty stomach, I'll eat, what can I eat? So I'll sip on some whey protein before I go over to kind of, give my body some nutrients to digest, and then I'll be less hungry when I go over there. Then also I can be aware, I try to go by the macros game. I try to make sure, like my calories, my protein, my fats, my carbs are always at the same number or where I need to be. I know exactly where I need to be. So I track it. So I go over there. If I see chicken, I'll eat chicken. If I, sometimes they have like, walnuts and almonds, I'll eat a little bit of those. But I'm always being aware of what I'm eating while I'm over there. And I try to knock out protein, because I know protein is going to be the hardest thing before I go over there. So that's just me. Sometimes, depending on what they have, I won't eat. It depends on what I'm doing for that day, my goals, my workout. It was a tough transition at first, but your family kind of gets used to your passion and your goals, and then after a while, they kind of, when you come over, they know that about you. So I mean, I think setting that up is a lot harder. Basically telling people, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, and just switching from like not tracking what you're eating and not keeping track, to now keeping track of what you eat and now becoming like a fitness guru, so to speak. But basically that's what I do, is I just I try to knock out as much protein as I can before I go over there, so that way by the time I'm getting home, I didn't have any protein, I didn't really have any carbs, I didn't really have anything over there. Sometimes I'll see I know that my family they always have salads, and I'll have like a dry salad. I'll have a lot of vegetables. They have a lot of fresh cut vegetables. They have like dipping sauces, but I'll completely avoid the dipping sauces. I'll eat some vegetables. Even if they have some fruit out, I'll eat some fruit. And then if I see some protein, I'll just enjoy some protein. But company is the most important thing, and just spending time with your family. Don't neglect your family because of your goals, because this bodybuilding and this fitness lifestyle is supposed to enhance your life. It's not supposed to take away. So, and just finding, everybody has little tricks of the trade, basically, of how they stay on track. Long story long, that's how I stay on track, is I fill this up with a shaker cup and a couple scoops of whey protein, and I sip on that on my way over, so that way my cravings are already kind of tied down a little bit. And then I just kind of fill in what I need for that day, and then when I get home, I'll analyze my macros and figure out what else I need to eat to hit my goal. So that's just me. Don't avoid your friends and your family. Even if you go out to clubs or restaurants, go out to clubs and restaurants. You can all the nutritional information is online. You can ask a server if you're going to go out. I mean, they'll make any adjustments to your meal that you need to. Don't be afraid to ask. So go out, enjoy with your friends and family, but stay on track.